No. That's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 57. Dixie Road, Cooktown, 3 Island National Park, 2:34 p.m. Balloony, Jerald, Mr. Squirrely Cheeky Pie, Ms. Molly Daddison Pie, a.k.a. Mama, Elizabeth, and Edward Borden, along with Cooktown librarian Karen Block, were in 4 separate locations whose epicenter in the northern wilds of Queensland, Australia, was roughly 14 degrees south latitude and 147 degrees east longitude. Thanks to Balloony's powers of telepathy, our 7 freedom fighters, separated by as many as 200 kilometers, communicated as though all 7 were gathered in one place, chatting face to face. A fact even more magnificent considering that Lizzie and Edward were zipping along at 60 kph as they neared the end of their return from Cooktown to Dixie. Taking advantage of the library's early closing, Karen sat before the library's computer waiting for Balloony to guide her fingers in order to send an email to Dr. Rosier, École Nationale des Engineers' email address, which had become accessible to her with her acceptance into ResearchGate. Exhaling hard, Karen said, "All right, Balloony, I'm ready to type your email." "Wonderful," Balloony replied. "Don't be nervous. From what I've experienced, this is rather like hypnosis. Your compliance will go hand in hand with your comfort level, and of course, we'll review the email before you hit send." "Understood," Karen said, adding, "I trust you, Balloony. I'm ready when you are." "Excellent. You've already written Dear Dr. Rosier, so let's pick up from there. I am contacting you at the behest of Balloony, the non-permeable, helium-filled, sentient, telepathic, shape-shifting entity created by Brent C. Brentzy using plans he stole from you. On the night of the 26th of January, you came to Brentzy's home at the University of Queensland to say goodbye to Brentzy. At that time, Brentzy had Balloony locked in a cage, and its knowledge of its telepathic powers was nascent. Until Balloony heard your shouts, it was unaware that you were in Brentzy's apartment. His first fleeting reaction to having you near was joy, which was soon turned to ecstasy over establishing a telepathic rapport with you. Its joy was immediately replaced by horror when it realized that Brentzy was attacking you. Balloony's momentary link with you was broken seconds after it was established, but being linked to you telepathically during that horrifying moment of your attack brought Balloony to a type of telepathic rapport with Brentzy it had never before experienced. Balloony's handful of previous telepathic experiences consisted of full rapport, and it had no idea that using someone's senses without rapport was possible. He saw, heard, and felt what Brentzy was doing without knowing Brentzy's thoughts, and what he saw, heard, and felt was Brentzy pulling you out of his apartment by your heels. Balloony tried to reestablish rapport with you, but was completely unsuccessful. It soon found itself alone in the apartment. Balloony managed to escape from Brentzy the night of the 26th and make its way to the wilds of northern Queensland, where it has established friendships and made allies, but despite many attempts to reach you telepathically, it has been completely unsuccessful in doing so, a circumstance Balloony finds devastating. Balloony, along with its human allies, Elizabeth Borden, her husband Edward, their pet Jerald, Jerald's squirrel friends, Mr. Cheeky Squirrely Pie, Cheeky's mother, Ms. Molly Daddison Pie, and me, Karen Block, are anxious to communicate with you. Balloony is broken-hearted and wishes to make sure that you survived and are all right. Additionally and urgently, Brent C. Brentzy is en route to Balloony's current location, where Brentzy plans to recapture Balloony and use your creation's powers for evil and selfish purposes. All of us are desperate to learn of your fate and hope to hear from you as soon as possible. Yours reverently, Balloony. Balloony concluded his correspondence. All right, Karen, your hands are your own. What edits, if any, would you like to make? Nascent. Adjective, especially of a process or organization, just coming into existence and beginning to display signs of future potential.